Most people see this guy and think he's just a loud kid who barks at cameras. But behind the chaos is one of the most insane stories of digital fame we've ever seen. In 2020, Cincinnati, Ohio, Darren Watkins Jr. was just another teenager in Cincinnati playing NBA 2K in a small room. Fast forward a few years, and he's shutting down streets in Europe, meeting his idol Cristiano Ronaldo, and breaking every viewership record in the book. Today, we're looking at how a random £1.79 super chat changed everything, and why IShowSpeed is actually a genius at marketing himself. Let's get into it. Speed wasn't an overnight success. He actually started his channel back in 2016, but didn't even post a video for over a year. When he finally started streaming, his first audience was, well, nobody. He was playing to 0 viewers for a long time. But there was a major hurdle at home. His mom didn't see YouTube as a career, she saw it as a distraction. This led to some of the most uncomfortable moments in streaming history. We've all seen the clips. His mom coming into the room, cutting the internet midstream, or even making him end a broadcast right when he hit a major milestone.
At one point, it got so bad, he actually moved out to live with his dad.
She told me to quit.
Yeah.
Or I'm leaving. Like, you know, or like, you can't do this in my house. I'm out.
Really?
Yeah. I was like, I'm out. You know, like, I'm not about to stop. Like, I was already averaging like 20 viewers. I had like 1,000 subs, 2,000 subs.
Right.
She's like, what are you doing? Blah, blah. Why is everybody talking about you like online? Blah, blah, blah. Because it was like hate comments.
Just so he could keep his dream alive. It's a classic against all odds story, but it was happening in real time on our screens. What actually made Speed blow up? It wasn't the gameplay, it was the chaos. While every other streamer was trying to be pro or chill, Speed leaned into being completely unpredictable. He created a persona that was half cartoon, half athlete. Whether he was barking at people on Omegle or doing backflips in his room, people couldn't look away. And then there was the clip farming. Speed and his manager started taking the wildest 30 seconds of a 4-hour stream and blasting them on TikTok and Twitter. Suddenly, even if you didn't watch his streams, you knew who he was because he was all over internet. In early 2022, Speed was big in the US, but he wasn't global yet. Then, a random fan sent a super chat worth £1.79 asking who his favorite football player was.
£1.79 through super chat. What soccer football team do you support?
Cristiano Ronaldo, Suey. Simple as that, bro.
That one clip went nuclear in Europe and Asia. Speed realized he'd tapped into a goldmine. He turned his entire brand into being the world's biggest and loudest Ronaldo fan. He started beefing with Messi fans, traveling to World Cup matches, and even made a hit song about Ronaldo that got hundreds of millions of views. This all culminated in that legendary moment where he finally met Ronaldo, seeing a kid who started with nothing, shaking hands with his hero in a parking lot. That's the kind of stuff you can't script. 2024 was when things got scary. Speed decided to stop sitting in his room and started touring the world. When he went to Southeast Asia, specifically Indonesia, he hit over 1 million concurrent viewers. To put that in perspective, that's more people than live in some small cities, all watching one guy walk through a street market. In Norway, his fans literally swarmed him so hard, he got trapped in a shop and had his hair pulled out. Later the same day, his hair was sold on eBay. It reached a level of fame usually reserved for rock stars or presidents. He wasn't just a streamer anymore, he was a global phenomenon. Before we get to the next chapter, I would like to remind you guys to subscribe the channel. So, is it all just an act? Maybe, but you can't deny the work ethic. This is a guy who jumped over a moving car and sat on a live bull just for the content. Speed's story shows that if you're willing to be the most authentic and loudest version of yourself, the world will eventually pay attention. He's moved his mom into a new house, reconciled with his family, and became the face of a new generation of entertainment. But tell me, do you think the chaos has a shelf life, or is Speed just getting started? Drop a comment below and let me know. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, it helps a lot, and I'll see you in the next one.